And finally, we got the main event. We got the heavyweight title on the line. All the John Jones talk is over. All the Ciryl Gane duck talk is over. They're finally going to get in the octagon. They're going to settle their business. We're going to see if Tom Aspinall is truly on a trajectory to be an all-time great, because if he can go out there, he can dispatch a Ciryl Gane the way he's been dispatching of his recent opponents. I think he's going to show that he might go on a long run here, because I don't think there's a lot of guys that are harder matchups for him in the division than Ciryl Gane. And Ciryl Gane, to me, is getting completely disrespected here. This guy has had a training camp pretty much all year getting ready to fight Tom Aspinall. Aspinall has been, in limbo, not knowing exactly who he's going to go against. I think Ciryl, regardless of whether it was Tom, whether it was John Jones, he knew that, he has to work on the defensive grappling and then the striking, come up with a game plan and sharpen that up for either guy. So he's been in the dark, working on his wrestling, working on his defensive grappling, trying to improve that. And we're going to see if it's going to pay dividends for him on Saturday night. And Ciryl Gane is also a former UFC champion. He was an interim champion, though, so he's going to be looking to become the undisputed champion for the first time. And technically, Tom Aspinall, I guess, is undisputed champ, but he's never gone into a fight as the undisputed champion or fought for an undisputed UFC title. So this is the first undisputed title fight that Tom Aspinall is going to be a part of, even though he is the champion because John Jones retired. But you look at this fight, and I think that the line is way too wide. I get that Tom Aspinall has that aura right now. He's going out there, he's dusting everyone. Everyone is obsessed with how good he is, how dominant he's looking, and to be that big of a favorite against Ciryl Gane, though, one of the best heavyweights of all time, I think it's a little bit wild. I mean, Ciryl Gane, yeah, he went out there, he got submitted really quickly by John Jones, but outside of that, the only other guy to beat him is Francis Ngannou, and that was a fight that came down to the last minute. And so I think that Ciryl Gane, I mean, if the guy can extend the fight, he's going to have a huge chance to win. And on the feet, he should be very competitive and can compete with anyone in the world. So I think for Tom Aspinall to cover his price tag in this fight, he's going to have to get that first round takedown like John Jones did, get the submission, because if he can't do that, I don't think anyone can tell me exactly how Tom Aspinall is going to look after 7-8 minutes of a fight. I don't think it's a coincidence that he's had 2 fights that have went 8 minutes and he's lost both of them. And Ciryl Gane, the guy's not an idiot. He can move around on the outside. He is actually one of these heavyweights that's mobile and athletic. He's not going to be just a sitting target for Tom Aspinall to tee off on early with this big power. And Ciryl knows that Tom Aspinall gets the job done early in all his fights. I mean, move around. Don't engage with him early. Try to be smart. Don't have too many openings, and just when Tom Aspinall leaves his chin in the air, try to time a shot maybe, but don't sit in the pocket and exchange with him. Don't be silly. Don't give up any easy takedown opportunities by overextending. Get this fight into the second round, and then from there, see exactly how Tom Aspinall is feeling, and reassess the fight. Because if Tom Aspinall starts slowing down, you could pick it up on him and really put it on him. Then you could take over, and I don't think Ciryl Gane's the guy that's going to get tired. He looks in amazing shape. He's been 25 minutes, and he knows what he's going to be having to do on the feet to win this fight. Aspinall, the guy is really great striking, obviously. Fast hands. He gets in the pocket. He could just bang it out really well. Great in and out with his distance, and his speed is just incredible. But he does float his chin in the air, and if someone is going to take advantage of it, it's going to be someone with a longer reach like Ciryl that can move, that can close the distance quickly, get reads, see what you're doing, and then take advantage of it. And I just think that if you're going to give me this price, man, I got to go with Ciryl Gane here. I think that he can go in here and get this upset. I think that if he can extend the fight, it's going to be very interesting. And if you're going to be picking Tom Aspinall here, you're going to have to be relying on an early knockout or early submission. And Ciryl Gane, I mean, the guy's only been finished in round 1 once in his career against arguably the best ever. And I think that he kind of froze up in that fight. I don't know if it was necessarily like that's the result if it happened 10 times that he's going to get submitted without any resistance. So Ciryl, he hasn't fought in a while. His last fight wasn't that impressive versus Volkov, but he got hurt in that fight. He broke his foot, so he couldn't move as much, and he was able to use the wrestling to win the fight, which, even though I thought he lost, the judges didn't, and it was somewhat impressive that he was able to adjust and get that victory. And some stuff that I'm just like a little bit thinking of. I mean, Aspinall is minus 400. He's never won a fight that's gone over 1.5 rounds, and the 1.5 rounds is minus 110. So, to me, that's telling you that the bookies think it's a good chance this fight's going to go longer. And if it goes longer, I don't see how you could justify Tom Aspinall at that price. So, Ciryl Gane for me is a solid underdog here. If he goes out there, gets submitted in the first rounds, hey man, it is what it is. Then we're going to know for sure. Ciryl, even with all this year-long grappling training camp, getting in the best shape possible, he's just not going to be able to grapple with the top guys. But I think he can, and I think he can extend this fight. I think he could start to exploit the sloppy tendencies from Aspinall on the feet as Aspinall gets a little slower and not as crazy dangerous on the feet. And he could take over the fight and get the win here, pull a big upset, and kind of remind everyone that he's one of the best of all time as well. So Ciryl Gane is going to be my pick in the main event. I think he's going to get this big upset, prove a lot of people wrong, and become the undisputed UFC heavyweight champion of the world. So big upset in the main event for me. I'm going to go with Ciryl Gane to get the job done there. So there you have it, guys. That's a full card breakdown and predictions video. Hopefully you liked it. Hopefully you enjoyed it. As far as the parlay of the week for this card, going to give you guys a parlay of Alzat Maxim, and then the Umar Nurmagomedov and Batista fight to go over 2.5 rounds at minus 250. If you parlay that, you'll get a slight plus money parlay that I think will cash for you. And then I like some big underdogs on this card, obviously. I think Inoue has some value. I think Louis Sutherland has value. I think that Ron Besky has value. I see Ciryl Gane having value. So I like those dogs. And then I kind of like Mackenzie Dern at the price. Even though if she gets like minus 170, though, I think it'll be a little bit blown out. But I think the El Sawadi Camilo fight ending inside the distance is a good play. Kind of like Hack Prast. And I like Delgado as well. I think he's going to get the knockout. So that's kind of what I'm thinking too, from more of a, if you want to put some money on things. So yeah, guys, thanks for watching, and be back soon breaking down another fight card. More than likely going to be doing a breakdown on Friday. So come check that out with the live stream. And yeah, hit the like button, comment down below, and appreciate you guys hanging around on the channel.